So you are planning to build a pergola? Stop! Don't touch one deck screw until you watch this video. It's 2025 or coming up on it, and you need a pergola or some kind of outdoor shade. You've seen them on your neighbor's patio, and you're jealous. If you're like a lot of Americans, you'll probably build it out of wood. Look, we've come a long way since wood pergolas started becoming popular in the 80s, so let's talk about what's out there now. Now look, I'm a little biased. I'm the co-founder of a company that makes aluminum pergolas. What I'm gonna do is simply lay out all the options for you so you can be educated when you plan what sort of materials you wanna use for your backyard project. Let's start with the wood pergola. It's classic, it's timeless, and honestly, it's a fantastic look. At least for the first year. Now, it's also a great option because you can completely customize the look and build it as big as you want. But the longevity of wood has changed. Back in the 80s, you could build a pergola out of treated wood and it'd be pretty inexpensive. And it would last about 40 years if you took care of it. That's because back in the day, they used a different kind of chemical preservative to treat the wood. Now, they changed that formula a little over 20 years ago for chemical safety reasons. The new stuff will only last about 10 years if you take care of it. Wood pergolas aren't known for being super sturdy because, well, they don't really have to be. With the open finned or lattice roof, they don't really have to stand up to wind or snow. The snow passes right through, the wind blows right through. We have a video demonstrating wind ratings right here. Now in 2025, treated wood is pretty expensive and simply not as good as it used to be. And if you want to get really fancy and go the cedar route, it gets really expensive. But if you're really after that natural wood look, then go for it. Just make sure you seal it. A good water seal will make sure that that wood will last as long as possible. Apply that water seal every year or two to ensure that that wood does not rot prematurely. Now moving on. Let's talk about some more modern solutions. Vinyl can be another attractive option for homeowners. It's a great match to a house with vinyl, siding, or trim. Unfortunately, with the vinyl, you don't have the same customization you would with wood. They usually come in prefab kits and set sizes. It's a nice and bright option for a pergola, and on paper, it should last longer than wood, right? Unfortunately, it doesn't. With vinyl, it can get brittle in the sun and crack and warp after a few years. Think about those old seats from the 70s. The smell was great. Now, with those vinyl pergola kits, the core is not vinyl. They're just the outside. The inside is going to either be aluminum or treated lumber. If I can give you some advice, avoid the wood-filled option. The water will get trapped behind that vinyl wrapping on the wood and it'll rot a lot faster than if the wood were just exposed to the air. And these vinyl pergolas are not necessarily the strongest, again, because they don't have to be. On to steel. Now you'll typically see these come in as really cheap kits, almost always coming out of China. They are not great. Now the metal, the steel, is going to be super thin and it's got a roll coat paint on it that isn't very strong. So that's going to chip off and the steel is going to rust really, really fast. Another issue with that thin sidewall on the steel is, have you seen those old oil drums that always buckle and crinkle up? That's just going to happen to your pergola. It's called oil canning. It's really bad. Now these may stand for a while, but if they look good, that's, I guess, up to you. But they usually come in a single size or a few sizes. The roofs almost never open and close. They're kind of a really cheap solution that may work for some people. Next is aluminum. Again, I'm biased. I make an aluminum pergola kit, and it's the best darn pergola kit you can get on the market. And we chose aluminum for a reason. We'll get into that in a bit. But not all aluminum pergola kits are created equal. You can get really cheap aluminum pergolas that are made from roll form aluminum. It's a similar process to making gutters. Now the roll form pergolas are pretty similar in quality to the steel ones, so, I mean, not great. Now I wouldn't necessarily recommend roll form aluminum either. The other aluminum option, and the much better option, is extruded aluminum. It's the strongest and longest lasting option out there. And that's why we use extruded aluminum here at the Luxury Pergola. It has to do with two things. One is the strength and durability you get from extruded aluminum. And that strength allows for a roof that can open and close like ours. And two is the fact that the aluminum, when it's extruded, is thick enough to be powder coated rather than roll coated. Powder coating is known for being much more durable and usually more fade proof than the roll coat. Now, extruded aluminum pergolas are usually sold as a kit in a couple sizes, whereas with ours, you can customize the size, color, height, whatever you want. Our pergolas in particular are honestly a bit over-engineered. We use an aluminum alloy that makes it stronger than any other pergola kit on the market. And the powder coat we use is more durable than anything else out there. The Luxury Pergola is guaranteed to be fade-proof for 10 years, even on the beach in Florida. And if you want way too much information on that, we got another video linked right here. So to summarize, a wood or vinyl pergola may look great, at least if you maintain it, and will last about 10 years. Steel pergolas are probably not a great investment. And extruded aluminum pergolas are gonna look great, have more functionality, and last a lifetime, at least ours will. So what material is best for you? Well, if you ask me, I'd say aluminum. It's easier to build, stronger, has movable louvers, and will last the longest. If you've got other pergola related questions, drop them in the comments so we know what to make a video about. And while you're at it, hit the like and subscribe button. It helps us out a ton and it's free. Thanks for watching.